Good evening, first English students. So last class we discussed the stream of consciousness novel and the regional novel, and now we will discuss sentimental novel and the psychological novel. Two genres of novel. In this video itself we will discuss. So, what do you mean by sentimental novel? The 18th century gave birth to a kind of novel which evoked the sympathies of the reader by presenting characters who undergo suffering to preserve their morality and integrity. Okay, so in 18th century only, lots of sentimental novels were written, and these novels evoked the sympathies of the reader. By it, when we read such a novel, it evokes sympathy. Okay, and by presenting characters who undergo suffering to preserve their morality and integrity. Okay, so let's say in simple words, by the title itself we can understand that sentimental novels is full of sentiments. Okay, so when do you feel sentiment when you watch movies, television serials, or anything? It's some kind of emotional scenes. Okay, if a movie has lots of emotional scenes, then it is called as a sentimental movie, and similarly when we apply to novel, it is called sentimental novel. Okay, so when audience or viewers, readers gets emotional, okay, and even though the character is a good character, the hero character or heroine character, the protagonist character is a good character, yet he or she suffers, then it becomes a sentimental scene, a kind of emotional scene. Okay, so as far as sentiments are concerned, unanimously all the television serials are a kind of sentimental one, and the good characters suffer throughout the serial, throughout 1000 or 2000 episodes, and in all the episodes good characters suffer, and then automatically a kind of audience are emotional, and it is said to be sentimental one. Okay, that's why such novels are said to be called as sentimental novel, because the protagonist character is a good character, yet the character suffers, and therefore we get emotional, and it is said to be sentimental one. Okay, just see, the most important feature is to preserve their morality and integrity. Okay, the lead character suffer just because to preserve their morality. Okay, I want to be good, I want to be honest. Say for example, there could be a policeman, and being honest, he would be tortured and he would suffer. And even though such kind, if he undergoes such kind of suffering, the lead character will not give up his honesty. Okay, so such is to be a sentimental novel. So in sentimental novel, virtue is finally rewarded. And however, throughout the novel, the lead character suffers. Finally, he is rewarded, and good things come to the lead protagonist. Okay, so this is the most important feature. That is, throughout the novel, the hero character suffers, but in the end, it is we have a happy ending, and good things come to the hero or heroine character, protagonist character. And most important novel is Richardson Camilla. It is the first sentimental novel and the best or greatest sentimental novel. Camilla struggles to protect her honor. So this novel is about the character Camilla and how this female character struggles to protect her honor, and that is beautifully in a sentimental way is written, and that's why it is the best sentimental novel. And the other novel for Oliver Goldsmith, The Vicar of Wakefield, Henry Mackenzie's The Man of Feeling. These two novels are said to be the greatest, other two greatest sentimental novels. And the sentimental novels focus on cheap emotions and exaggerated virtues and tears. Okay, so cheap emotions. I don't know how many of you know Vikraman's movie, let's say Vanathe Kola, or actually actor Vijay's breakthrough movie is Puvai Vanakaga. Okay, and that director Vikraman, let's say, what is it? Don't Meet Me. Okay. Even Karthik Sunnalikal defeated that movie, and it is because of you I suffer. Okay, so the heroine Roja says to Karthik, "Unalda na vandu kashtapadna abina," and then powerful emotions and emotional background music, and Karthik began to cry, and actually there is nothing, just out of anger she said that, but lots of background music and the songs, and though it has nothing to do with that, but that is example of sentimental sentiment. Okay, or even if you take let's say even the climax of Viswasam, that is example of a sentiment, but the reason for sentiment and emotion is actually out in the movie Viswasam, because the lead the hero character yearns for the daughter's love. Okay, and finally it is achieved, and therefore he becomes so emotional, and therefore audience also become very emotional, and that is Act 1. But in case of Vikraman, and even if you take any serial, and they do on cheap emotions. Okay, the story has no value, the characters have no value, and yet they are projecting in such a way that they are all exaggerated. Okay, so such things don't happen in our real life. Okay, and so that is a problem in sentimental novel. Okay, so they stress on cheap emotions and exaggerated virtues and tear shedding. Mostly, most of the sentimental novel, if you take any Tamil serial, they have the tear shedding and the exaggerated virtue. Such kind of characters we may not be able to see in our real life. So they are drawbacks, but they are all important features of sentimental novel. Okay, one second. Okay. Now we shall, so that's all about sentimental novel. Now we shall go to psychological novel. So what do you mean by psychological novel? Actually, this should be placed before stream of consciousness novel. From psychological novel only, stream of consciousness novel developed. Okay, there are differences between psychological novel and stream of consciousness novel. And let's say psychological novel, ஒரு கேரக்டருடைய ஃபீலிங்ஸ். ஓகே, ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆஃப் கான்சியஸ்னஸ் நாவல்னா ஒரு மனுஷனுடைய எண்ண ஓட்டம், சைக்கலாஜிக்கல் நாவல்னா ஒரு கேரக்டருடைய ஒரு மனுஷனுடைய ஃபீலிங்ஸ். ஓகே, அதுதான் சைக்கலாஜிக்கல் நாவல் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது. ஓகே, மறுபடியும் சொல்றேன், ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆஃப் கான்சியஸ் நாவல்னா ஒரு மனுஷனுடைய எண்ண ஓட்டத்தை சொல்றதுன்னா ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆஃப் கான்சியஸ் நாவல். சைக்கலாஜிக்கல் நாவல்னா ஒரு மனுஷனுடைய ஃபீலிங்ஸை சொல்றது இது சைக்கலாஜிக்கல் நாவல். ஓகே, see what is the difference between the human consciousness and human feelings. Okay, if I beat you, you feel pain. Okay, that is a feel. Okay, and when I beat you, what do you think at that time? That is going to be consciousness. Okay, so நான் வந்து உங்களை வந்து படிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா நீங்க வந்து கண்டிப்பா அந்த வலி அப்படின்ற உணர்வு, அந்த ஃபீலை வந்து வலியை வந்து ஃபீல் பண்ணுவீங்க, உணர்வீங்க, வலியை உணர்வீங்க. ஓகே, அண்ட் நான் அடிக்கும் போது உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன சிந்தனைகள் எல்லாம் வருது, என்னென்ன கான்சியஸ்லாம் வருது, அது அதை சொன்னால் ஸ்ட்ரீம் ஆஃப் கான்ஷியஸ் நாவல். நான் அடிக்கும் போது உங்களுக்கு வந்து இப்போ வலியை வந்து சொல்றீங்க அப்படின்னா அது சைக்கலாஜிக்கல் நாவல். ஓகே, ஸோ இதுதான் அந்த விஷயம் வந்து. ஸோ the psychological novel was born in the period between 1913 and 1915 in the writings of Marcel Proust, James Joyce, Dorothy Richardson. Okay, so from 1913 to 1915, psychological novels developed a lot. So it aims at expressing the inwardness of experience. Okay, and the inwardness of experience. Say for example, in most of the serials, almost 99, not most of the serials, I am very sure in all the television serials, in all the Indian television serials, the marriage between the hero and heroine and take place without their willingness. Okay, ஹீரோக்கும் ஹீரோயினுக்கும் அந்த விருப்பம் இல்லாமல் மேரேஜ் வந்து நடக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ the inner experience of the hero and the heroine character is sad. Okay, but outwardly everyone will feel that yes, they are going to get married because naturally they should be happy. Okay, but the hero's inner experience is sad. Okay, so when the novelist project the protagonist character's inner experience, then that is said to be psychological novel. Okay, and let's say I will say the characters inner experience not beautifully, but somewhat it is expressed is in the serial Bhagyalakshmi. Okay, and even there are traces of projecting the psychological experiences could be seen in the television serial Endan Punnagai, and other than that everything is floppy and worst television serials, and of course even Bhagyalakshmi and Endan Punnagai are definitely worst serials, but there are some traces of good scenes. Okay, why? Because they project the character's psychological experience is projected to the audience. Of course, not beautifully, somewhat I'm able to feel the character's psychological experience, what kind of mentality the character has, each and every character. Each and every character is sketched properly. The characterization is done beautifully in both these serials, Endan Punnagai and Bhagyalakshmi. But they have to work hard, then definitely I will recommend that they are actually great serials. But there are traces of greatness, but not the real greatness they have. But why do I say this? Each character, the psychological, what the character thinks, they not communicate what I think. That is not projected definitely in Endan Punnagai. But Bhagyalakshmi says this is what I feel. My husband tortures me, or he always scolds me. And why the character thinks so? That is beautifully projected in this one. But I will not say they are all psychological television serials. If it is psychological television serials, everything should be projected from that one. Okay, the scene, the making, everything should be made from the character's point of view, the character's experience. And I will say the best psychological thriller in Tamil cinema is Kadal Kondin, Selvaragavan's Kadal Kondin. I do not know Dhanush breakthrough movie is Kadal Kondin, and that is said to be the best psychological thriller in Tamil cinema. Okay, so the character suffering and inner experience, what do the characters think, and that too made in a thrilling way. Thriller could be done if there are murders, and without murder, and though the character simply loves a girl, that is projected as if it is a thriller. Okay, so that is said to be best psychological thriller movie in Tamil cinema. But in Hollywood there are many psychological thrillers, and the best one is going to be Shining. and what do the characters feel? Okay, so that is said to be the inner experience that should be beautifully projected in a psychological novel. The psychological novel strikes us as autobiographical with an infusion of poetic language. Okay. Let's say it is projected in a autobiographical way. The character would say, "Yes, I am. My name is Prasad. I live in Pondicherry, and I am working as a professor in this college, and I feel that I am afraid because there is no one here in this room, and whether ghost will come or not, there is a sound there. I do not know what is that sound." So such kind of narration, everything is what happens in my life, in the protagonist's life, that he himself narrates to us. Okay, so that's why we can say that it is narrated in autobiographical form, and some kind of infusion of poetic language is there. Okay, not like a plain prose, some kind of infusion of poetic language is there. An unlike conditional novel, the author refaces himself on narrative progress on the memory of characters. Okay, so mostly it is in past tense, what happened on that particular day, and I was really frightened. I experienced great joy on that particular day. Likewise, the memory is recalled. Such kind of narration is followed in a psychological novel. It documents the world of senses and describes the fugitive thoughts, sensations, and feeling of characters. So, it documents the world of senses. What do I feel? And describes the fugitive thoughts. What happens at the time if I did that mistake? What do he or she feels? And I do not know. I'm very nervous about that. So such kind of thoughts and sensations and feeling of characters are beautifully documented or presented to the readers in a psychological novel. The writer makes use of knowledge of psychological sciences. Here, if you may take Dhamma Chandramukhi and Anniyan and even Ghajini, E.T., we can say they are also an example of definitely Anniyan is a psychological thriller, and even Chandramukhi is also a psychological thriller, and E.T. is not psychological thriller. Ghajini is also a psychological thriller, and he has some problem. Okay, in Chandramukhi, Jolly has suffers from split personality, and in Anniyan, the hero character suffers from multiple personality disorder, and so some kind of psychological science is needed, and the psychological problem is narrated. Those novels are also called as psychological novels. Okay, and there are traces of psychological novel in the novel of Samuel Richardson. Okay, so there are traces, but not exactly psychological novel. And but Bergson and William James developed these psychological novels. And some important psychological novels are Proust, Remembrance of Things Past, James Joyce, Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Actually, it is this novel, James Joyce, The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, is actually a stream of conscious novel, but in our book it is given that it is a psychological novel. That's why I wrote here. And Dorothy A. Richardson's Pointed Roof. These novels are examples of best psychological novels. Okay, so that's the end of psychological novels. Today we completed a sentimental novel and psychological novel. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.